suffering. Let me make you hear the divine soundtrack of this legendary machine. Wow. My all-time favorite car is the BMW M5, but this one is no less special. So we'll be reviewing this car over the next couple of minutes, and we hope that you'll enjoy it. Let's go. What we can start talking about is the suspension. You can choose from a variety of modes. The suspension can be set to comfort and sport, but the thing is that even in the comfort mode, if you expect it to glide over potholes or rough surfaces, you would be fooling yourself for the kind of car that you want to buy. There is a certain degree of stiffness to the suspension, and which is very essential to the kind of handling this car offers to the driver, and we can vouch for the fact that this car sticks to the road like a leech. Even around the sharpest of the bends, at the highest of the velocities, this car just sticks on, despite not being an all-wheel drive, being a rear-wheel driven car. The kind of grip that this car delivers is absolutely phenomenal, and all this while you're accelerating, that beautiful sound from the straight 6 twin turbo engine simply eggs you on to keep driving faster. This thing absolutely darts into the horizon as soon as you push the pedal, and it's a different kind of an experience driving this car. Despite all of that, this car wraps itself around you so well. You can drive it to work every day. It's absolutely astonishing. Once you put everything in the sedentary mode, something which is tuned more towards efficiency and comfort, this car would give you a decent fuel efficiency. The comfort is okay, although it's not the best, but what would also astonish you is the kind of ground clearance this car offers, because we drove it over some of the really nasty speed bumps that Bombay is known for, and the car did not scrape its belly even once. So it presents itself as an everyday car, also something that you can drive to your work every day and still take it to the racetrack whenever you want. Talking about the racetrack, the car also comes with an optional competition package which bumps up the power by 19 bhp, and that's not just about the power. It also comes with a lot of other bits which make it very, very suitable for track use, make it sharper. The suspension and a few other bits get special treatment by the M division, which makes it very, very suited for the racetrack. So if you are into tracks and if you want to buy a car which you want to use every day as well as on the racetrack occasionally, maybe it makes sense for you to go with the competition package. But this one here is the standard M3 with a 3-liter straight 6 twin turbo engine, and the power output here is 425 HP. Peak torque is 550 Newton meters. 0 to 100 comes in a lightning fast 4 seconds, and the top speed is limited to 250 kilometers per hour, which is all that you want on the Indian roads. We love the sound of it. We love the way this thing handles, and we'll talk about a few more things in the next section. So let's see what all wonders do we have inside the M3 which we don't have inside the Vanilla 3 series. So first of all, you see this steering wheel. This is a special sports steering, and you don't get this on the Vanilla car. And you obviously get the M badge, which is all that matters. And apart from that, you also get this sporty red and light blue stitching on the leather steering wheel. The buttons and everything is very different. There are these very beautifully crafted paddle shifters. This is for the downshifts, and this one is for the upshifts. And this one, by the way, doesn't also have the normal transmission. This one comes with the DCT, which is a dual clutch transmission, much faster than your normal fare. And the transmission here is very, very aggressive. Talking of transmission, what you can do is you can tune a lot of things inside. So this one specifically is for the aggressiveness or the speed of the transmission. So you can tune it to 1, 2 or 3 levels, and accordingly the transmission will be as aggressive as you want. Then this one here is for the shift points. You can choose them from Sport Plus, Sport and Efficient modes, and similarly the suspension can be tuned to Sport Plus, Sport and Comfort modes. Mind you, even the comfort mode is not all that much comfortable, but Sport Plus definitely makes the car very stiff, and it turns and goes around the bends like it is on the rails. Similarly, for the steering, if you want the steering to not have much weight, you can choose Comfort, Sport or Sport Plus depending on what you want. You can also turn the traction control off from here if you are on the racetrack and you want to have some sideways fun, and the traction control, what BMW calls MDM, will be turned off and you would be able to take the car sideways. But this is not something that we recommend on the road, because this is a very important safety parameter which ensures that the tires have optimum grip. The Idrive is the latest version here, and it's loaded with all the features. It would be a little too much for us to cover all of that, but you can see a lot of resemblance with the 3 here in the regular audio and HVAC controls. The seats, although are very different. The dashboard has these carbon fiber inlays and a leather cover for the entire dashboard. This is a very premium quality leather, and it is actually two-tone. You have white here and black on top, and apart from that you get Harman Kardon audio system, which sounds great. So the M3 gets these special badges on the door sills. Then the seats are crafted with special premium quality white leather. You also get many carbon fiber inlays on the floating panel as well as on the dashboard. The seats obviously are electrically adjustable and also have a two-way memory function. As you can see, these seats are very different from the stock seats. They have heavy bolstering on the sides to accommodate the G-forces, the heavy G-forces that you undergo when you're turning hard around corners. The headrests are integrated. If you can see the headrest here, they are integrated along with a beautiful M badging, which makes this cabin so much more special. At the back, the space is as much as the 3 Series, and there's nothing to complain about. These seats have very good under thigh support, and they can very comfortably carry 2 in comfort at the back. These seats are 40-20-40 split, and the backbenchers also get their own AC vents, which is quite a bit of a luxury in such a sports car. So this car can be used for all your practical purposes and then can be taken to the racetrack without a second thought. Just look at that cabin. Doesn't it look special, especially when you look at those seats from the back? One very important thing to notice inside the engine bay, apart from obviously the fabulous straight 6 engine, which is turbo powered, is this is a beautiful carbon fiber brace which has been introduced to enhance the rigidity of the chassis, to make sure that this thing handles like a dream. And this is something which really makes the chassis much stiffer than the stock version. So this is something that everybody needs to see. So how do you differentiate the vanilla 3 Series with the M3? Well, you don't really have to try too hard. You just have to have a look, and one look and you'll realize that the front is incomparably more aggressive than the vanilla 3 Series. You look at this mega hump on the bonnet. This is the power hump that signifies the fact that this is a very powerful machine. This makes it very clear that this is way more powerful, and the hardware inside is absolutely fireworks. Apart from that, the kidney grille, the elements inside are in black, and you have a clear M3 badging here. All of that apart, you just need to have a look at the air intakes on the bumper. Just look at those massive air intakes on the bumper. They are meant to feed air to the big monster that sits inside, and this is the first giveaway, the most clear giveaway for you, that the machine that's following you is supposed to be given a lot of respect. Now coming towards the sides, the wheels obviously are very beautifully crafted. They're big. You can see the M branded calipers peeping through the alloys, and these wheels, as we said, they are very low profile and they are 19 inches. They are forged and very lightweight. They are totally oriented for performance, so that's another differentiation. Then these fins with M3 badging is another giveaway for you. But if you don't want to look into the details, these mirrors, their shape, which is somewhat like devil's ears, clearly make their evil intents very evident from a distance. So this is something that you should definitely be looking for. Although it's not very evident, but the roof on this one is high quality carbon fiber to save weights without giving up on rigidity or stiffness. So this entire panel here is made of carbon fiber, which is a very expensive affair. So this is something again, which is very exclusive. Apart from that, the arches, the wheel arches are flared, way more flared than on the stock 3 Series, and it clearly makes its presence felt. The moment you see this car, you would know that this is something very wide and very aggressive and very squat, which is staring at you. Now, at the rear, there is this integrated spoiler, which again is a differentiating element. Obviously, you have the big M3 badging on the boot lid and the quad exhausts, and those aggressive elements on the rear bumper again make it very clear that this is something very special. Even if you're following it, don't try to compete, because the firepower inside is something very special. And this is a practical car, so on the roads, maybe if you're following it with even a supercar, the chances are that your car, your hardware may not be able to take it, but this one is meant to do the everyday work and still take on the harshness of the Indian road. So these are the things that really differentiate the new M3 with its vanilla 3 Series version. As we said, you don't really have to look very hard. So guys, that was our review of the fabulous M3. We drove it for about 150 kilometers. We did not have for enough time to create a better video, but we hope that you liked the video, because we tried to make it as informative as possible. If you liked it, please like and subscribe to our channel. We'll be coming up with more such videos. This is Amit Changani signing off. Thanks for watching Motorroids.